I have a question today. I am connected to a man who I don't think is a good match for me. I've tried disconnecting our energy through grounding, cord cutting, and Epsom salts. I think now he's just using me for my energy. It's not a good feeling. Do I just wait until I get stronger and eventually we will disconnect? I feel lost. Yeah, I've had this a lot. It's like our wounded personality structure really wants enmeshment with another. It wants to merge with another. And so it will do that for a bit. And then we kind of get in this energetic mess. Just kind of like this temporary energetic entanglement that isn't so fun. We can feel them in our energy field. We don't want to be feeling them in our energy field. But it's kind of like a beautiful lesson. I said I've had this happen more than once, more than twice. One time for a long time. And eventually, I remember that time I tried everything to get the other person's energy out of my energy field, and nothing. It was just like not working. It was so stuck in there. And eventually I just kind of had to give up and surrender. And I just had to realize, okay, this is a karmic lesson I'm learning. And I just kind of had to allow it to be as it was. And I was going to say, as angry as that made me, but part of that was like it helped me connect to my anger. It helped me find my energetic boundaries, you know? It helped me realize, like, this is not what I want. I don't want entanglement. I don't want to be enmeshed with another. I had a teacher say to me, like, our soul doesn't want enmeshment. Yeah, our soul wants connection. But, you know, and I've also learned, like, enmeshment and, like, merging like that, it actually erodes intimacy and true connection. To have true connection and intimacy with another, we need to have that with ourselves first. And a lot of us struggle to find that deep self-connection and intimacy with our own self. So we kind of want to rush into enmeshing and merging with another to find it. And we might feel it for a little bit, but eventually that connection and that intimacy will erode and dissolve, and then we'll just be left feeling kind of icky. Like, what have I done? All this energy in my field, I don't want it. So, yeah, and then the other might be using you for your energy. All kinds of things can be happening, right? Just being aware of it, being aware of what's happening, being aware that you don't like it, that it's not your preference. This is like building out a new way of being for you. A way of being in the world where you have a more boundaried experience when it comes to connection with another, where there's a lot more discernment and there's a lot more inner power. This is an experience, like you said, where you're getting stronger and you're taking your power back. And it's not just specific with this other person. If it wasn't this guy, it would have been another guy, right? That's something I had to realize. If it wasn't that girl, it would have been a different girl. Like, it's just a pattern playing out. It's just a tendency playing out. It's just a wounded personality structure. And it's habitual, whatever, tendencies that are rooted in lack, relational tendencies coming up to the surface for you to see. So it's like having compassion for this part of yourself that wanted enmeshment in the first place. That didn't have the boundaries, that didn't know how to have the boundaries. That felt like if it had boundaries, it wouldn't get connection, you know? A lot of us, we learn if we have boundaries, we're not going to get what we need. So we grow up without much energetic boundaries, and then when we get in these spiritual connections, it manifests as this whole thing of enmeshment, and I can't get their energy out of my energy field, right? So this teaches us how to grow in setting boundaries. And a lot of that, like I said, a lot of the boundary setting is feeling our anger that's repressed. Some of this stuff just happens so we can get in touch with our own anger, our own power. The anger at feeling someone else's energy in our body. I've had that so many times. But I let myself feel the anger. I let it come up like a volcano, and then it's like, okay, it got me in touch with my inner resources. It's not so much about the other a lot of times. It can feel that way for a while though, but in the end, it's about our own self and our own choices that we made. Learning to live in our own inner integrity in relationship with others. Learning that it's okay to feel lonely at times, or as much as it's there. Learning that we don't need another to feel whole. So experiences like this will lead you on the path to discovering that you are whole and complete all by yourself. And when you actually really feel that in your bones, there won't be this desire to do this again, what you're going through, the enmeshment, the merging. There will just be a desire for healthy connection, boundaried connection. And you'll attract others who will want the same. When we want enmeshment, we'll attract others who also want enmeshment and who don't want to let go of us, and we don't want to let go of them. That kind of codependency dance, right? But as you grow and mature on the path through experiences like this, so this is the karmic experience that's helping you mature and grow. Like I said, that's helping you get stronger, like you pointed to, and that's helping you take your power back. And as you go through these experiences, and they have like a time to them. Sometimes we need to be in feeling someone's energy in our system for a while, so the system gets it, so the body gets it, so we know it in our bones. Sometimes there's a reason that we can't just get their energy out of us right away. The reason is a lot of times the divine's like, no, you need to be in this a little longer. You need to really learn this lesson so that you can, live the rest of your life not having to learn this lesson again. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. Someone's coming into the house. This again. Let's go to a different room and finish the video. I'm almost done anyways. Yeah, so this is a foundational lesson that's setting you up for the rest of your life so that you can live in harmony in relationships. A harmony that really suits your soul. This is exposing the wounded personality structure to you that got you into this kerfuffle. So it's a foundational lesson that's going to serve you the rest of your life. So sometimes it's like good to marinate in this experience and let the fight come up, let the anger about it come up, do the cord cutting, do the Epsom salts, do all that stuff for sure. But sometimes we need to marinate in an unpleasant experience so that we can become really liberated from wanting it again. So that the next time we start to kind of go into that pattern, getting so many chills here, something goes ding, remember, and so we'll have that wisdom. This is where wisdom is born. Wisdom is born out of these experiences that you're going through. So that next time it's starting to happen, you'll have that discernment and wisdom will fire up and you'll go, and then those boundaries that you're working on creating right now, that life's creating for you, will come up. You'll be like, actually, I don't want that. I want connection. But I want it to be where I'm connected to myself first deeply, where I'm not just giving my power away to somebody, where I'm not trying to complete myself in someone else or find completion in someone else, where I'm not trying to find a home in another's body. Because typically another's energy can't really get into us unless we were trying to find an energetic home in them too at some point, right? The geometry of the universe is very perfect in that way. So trust that. Trust that the geometry of the universe is perfect and you're going through this for a really deep reason, that's for your highest growth and evolution, and that you'll look back on this and you'll be thankful you went through it because of all the lessons it's been teaching you. That's how I look at those experiences, similar to what you're going through. Because my way of connecting now was so much different because I've went through a lot of different experiences of what you're talking about. Yeah. And it's like there's just this in my body, I just really can't give my power away to someone that much anymore, you know. Enmeshment and merging with another from a wounded personality structure, I just really can't do it anymore because of what I went through. So these are the fruits of these difficult experiences, is you let go of these patterns, you let go of these tendencies, these relational tendencies. And it's a maturation process. A lot of times we have to go through it to really know it. And so anyways, that's the video today. I love y'all. Namaste. Oh, I want to say something about Patreon, but I'll put it in the comments. All right, y'all know about it. Bye.